Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Now we will have a talk on getting started with statically type programming in Python by Peacock. And since COVID is still a thing, we're not doing Q&A here. The speaker will be happy to take your questions in the hallway. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It is first time speaking for being on-site in person, so I feel so nervous and anxious. So, okay, let's start. My talk title is Getting Started with Statically Typed Programming in Python 3.10. Okay. Oops. Before my talking, let me self-introducing. There is a table of contents. Okay. Feel to pictures or screenshot or tweet. And the hashtag is PyConJP, PyCon US 2022. And slide is uploaded. You can also see there. Okay. That is me, self-introduction. My name is Peacock or Yoichi Takai, and social media ID is Peacock0803SZ. And so my full name is Yoichi Takai, but please call me Peacock, just. Okay. My hobbies, favorites is playing the clarinet, listening classical music, skiing, gadget or more. And I'm 20 years old. This is my first trip abroad, so it's tires. Thank you. Okay, my works and communities is there. My company is CMS.com, full-time since 2020 June. There is my boss. I'm a web application developer using Flask, Pyramid, or Plum. Yes, I have experience running Haskell and TypeScript. And now I'm reading program types and programming languages as well as for tuple. And my communities, I belong to some communities. I'm a member of PronJP, and I'm staff of PyConJP since 2020. And this year, 2022, is vice chair and operating member of PyConJP Association. I'm director of the PyConJP TV. It is YouTube live about local PyCons and other events monthly. Yes. There is today's topics. First, why I talked about typing. This is motivation. And second, I'll introduce basically uses first step of typing. That is what I most want to say. And then generics and user-defined types. Oh, okay. It is best practice is included. And last update overview and backward compatibility or for 3.9 or before. And last topic, overviews new features on 3.10 and one topic about 3.11. Okay. This is my motivations. Yes, it's been 7 years since typing appeared in Python 3.5 at 2015. There are so many big pips were adapted and updated over the years. So even now, I think many people don't know where to start there because there is concatenated information. Yes. This is what I will not talk about. Yes, configurations of MyPy is so important topic, but it's so long, so I skipped. And for example, CIs, history, implementation, and AST, I will not talk about. And yeah, this is my bodies. Okay, let's start. Look how to the about start typings. Okay, this is what makes you happy. It knows the type when you reference it in editor, such as VS Code or Vim. It gets angry when I try give it long ones. And the dot computation will work when accessing return value of the function using dot. Okay. Without typing, yes, we can't know the errors. Yes, it occurs. It will occur type errors, but we can't know. Yes, with the typing, yes, like this, the editor can tell argument is wrong. Yes, like this. In the code review, this is actually in my I had experience that this my boss said what the types the function returns. Strings false or none. Oh, that's many two types. So it is unhappy. But like this, yeah. But with typing, boss said it looks like this function may return 3 types. Isn't that too much? I see. That could be bad design. Let me fix it. Sure, please. Okay. Yes. And okay, starting this, let's start with function of definitions. And this is nothing too difficult, just the right type. After the arguments, write colon and the types. Before the colon and the end of the function definition, write arrow and the types. Okay, this is standard types using to the nothing. There are var, bytes, floats, int, and str. None is used for functions that returns nothing. Yes, such as main functions. Yes, yes. This is a very dangerous final result. Oops. Yeah, any can hold instance of any types. Of course, it is better not use it. When using it, import use and then typing when it's necessary. Yes, this is very dangerous final result. Okay. Since starts from the uppercase, yes, collections duplicated, so it can use without import. Yes, before 3.9, you must you have to write this sentence, but now it's duplicated. So you may use dict or list using start with small case, and collection. These collections can be written with square brackets for the type inside. And okay, other modules available in standard library. Collection is, for example, Q or default dict. Collections.abc, the Iterable, Callable, or the protocol related. Yes, and the RE has regular expression modules. And finally, context leaf is context-related items such as using data eta or data leaf. Okay. Yeah, there is so many types in collections.abc. So it is better to use collections with few methods increase to the readability and portability. The next page figure shows that relationships that between collections.abc and the sequence of the built-in types is defined by the method, instance methods, the implementation. It is good idea to the looks method your fewer methods, so narrowing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is great method in sentence 3. So it is complex, but do not feel difficult. The further the bottom of you go, the fear method it has on the top side, this side, you just want the more method it has. For example, if you want to loop over a sequence of the arguments in the function, you can use the collections.abc.iterable. Yes. And if you random access, if you need random access, use sequences. Or if you need change the value, the use type is mutable. Yes, that it is. Or if you simply specify the list of the argument type, you will not be able to the pass or set or dict. Yes, it can't. However, I think it is easier to understand using this. Yes. There is the differences between tuples and other sequences. Yes, if you also know, tuple is fix up the length information, and you must specify the type of the number of elements. Yes, like this. Or you can use also mixing types, such as tuple of int, str, and float. Okay, a sequence is such a list has the same constraints for the elements. Yes, this is the difference of the and the tuples. It can be used regardless of the length the sequences of setting only one. Okay. Next is advanced. There is few advanced types. Okay, looking. At first is union, multiple types. Yeah, probably it's this style pipes. Yes, it on Haskell or TypeScript. The next code, this top code is example of is a function that accepts both integers or floats and returns integers or floats. And next bottom examples can be tested equality. So first nested union are flattened, and next resistant types are removed. Yes. This int are removed, and others is ignored. You can swap them. And compatible with typing.union. Yes, this is 3.9 or before styles, and then this style is for 3.10. Okay, optional types. It is shorthand for the optional of T. Is union with none. Yes. So we have like that, just like union of T pipe or none. Yeah. If you type was a function of returns the value of something, it will propagate. So be careful when use it. Yes, this is example for using optionals. Yes, it may returns nonce. So when use this function, you might be another girl, so return a none. So in this case, it would be cleaner to raise the runtime error. Yes, as mentioned as keynote speakers, the cost of raising exceptions in Python is relatively low. Yes, it is little performance impact, unlike Java. And the lack of the null safe methods in Python is also a factor. Yeah, JavaScript has null safe methods, double questions, but no Pythons. But if there were such as methods, that they would be upset. Okay, and then next is Callable. And yes, since 3.9, using this import, and it is various function such as Flask or Fast API, and yes, that returns Callable. It is function. Okay. Yes, it may returns this. This func is equals this is okay. And the next is user-defined generic types. Yes, it is typically declared by inheriting from the insertion of the class is one more type variables. Yes, using defining and using the KT and VT and passing and new defining X and Y, and using mapping yes, takes mapping of X and Y and returns Y. Okay. Yes, I talked about some new features. It is backward compatibility for older versions. Okay. What is the Dunder feature modules? Yeah, it is using typing new features or the older versions. Write this import statement. In addition to typing, it was also used called to 3.x features in 2.x, for example, print functions. Yes, that is Dunder modules. Okay, now I talked about I will talk about a recent update. Yes, this is overview. Yes, 3.7 has data classes, and 3.8 has the f strings, equals in f strings. Yes, it is for debugging. And 3.9 is union operators in the dict, and 3.10s are, as you know, pattern matching. And 3.11 it will be released 2022 October. performance tuning. It focuses on performance tuning. And new features on type hints on 3.10. There is 4 features. Yes. And there is a difficult topic. Yes, this is. I'm not sure, so I can explain well. Okay, as you know, new type of union operator using pipe. The union above can be used operator. You can also asking is instance. Yes, like this. Optional of T is also written by as like this T pipe or none using this. Okay. Yes, this is very difficult, but I'm not sure I can explain. Its motivation is needed way represent function that returns same arguments as a specified function. Yes, that reduces readability, but approach is here. Adding the argument type code is like this. Using this to use them, use this import from typing. Yes, it can be used with cover to behave like a generic cover object. Yes, before logging to this, we can't know the argument of types, but after this, yes, like this, you can know that the keyword args is dict and args is the tuple. Yes, and using this. Okay. The third one, type areas. Motivation is we consider variable global variables with type hints is type areas. This tends cause problem with forward experience, forward reference, scoping, and more. So we are going to make it possible explicitly define type areas. Okay, approach adding new typing to type areas. You can like just like this. T colon type areas is equal int. Yes. You can like this using double quote for using forward references. Okay. This is before and after. Okay, this is global expressions is areas, and typed global expression, and then this is using for further references. Okay, this is the last week for the 3.10 user-defined type class. Yeah, motivation is type checker choose the technical code type narrowing to determine the type of information. Yes, on this line, type of var is narrowed to str. And next, this line narrowed to none. Okay. However, that will not act as intended as if user function is used. Yes, and this is invalid type. But type class allows to define user-defined types because you provide the new typing. Okay. Yes. Writing the like this, and the narrowing type works like next. Yes. this narrowed in tuple of str and str, and next is one or two strs. Okay. Okay, there is this is last topic. New features on Python 3.11. If you also know, Python 3.11 is focused on the performance tuning, but there are also a new features on typing. Yes, this is PEP 673 self-type. It's a way to annotate methods that return an instance of their class. Okay, let's see. Motivation is here. The calling set scale of the subclass shape. The type checker with infers returns the shape. Yes. This is the shape, not circle. And using this, shape has no attribute set radius, so it occurs. But there is workaround, but intuitive. Yes. There is not good to readable, but using typing dot self resolves that. Yes, import and using like this. This note that this self starts with the upper S, and yeah, using subclass, it will be the circle. Okay, this is the my summaries I talked. First, benefits starting with using definitions, built-in types, and using standard collections since 3.9. And collections, unions, optionals, callable, user-defined generics, and then next updated overview and standard feature for compatibility. And last, new features on 3.10 and 3.11. Yes, 3.10 has new type union operator, parameter specification variables, type areas, user-defined types, type guards. And last 3.11 has self-type annotated. Okay, that is references. I want to say thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Yeah, see you again next time in Japan, middle of October. Okay, see you.